This is WSN. Love it or leave it. The underdog's on top, and you can either agree or disagree with her. But either way, the tribe is all here. This is a tribe called Jess. You can call the show anytime at 855-77-WYLDE. That's 855-779-9533.
And welcome to a tribe called Jess, and we are broadcasting tonight from the Salisbury Studios per usual on the Wylde Style Network. And make sure you go to the Wylde Style Network's YouTube channel and join in the chat. I never know what you're going to say, but you never know what I'm going to say either. And make sure you subscribe on YouTube and the Wylde Style Network's Facebook page. We absolutely appreciate it, and that is WYLDE. After 3 years almost, I can finally spell it, not back up my letters. And joining my unhinged energy. We're sponsored by my unhinged energy. Can I get it out?
I know what's going on. You all right?
I have Frank the Tank.
Hey.
And I heard he tanked it out this weekend.
Oh, God.
Post-drunk scaries, post-drunk depression. And I have Julio July Diaz over here, his brother.
Is that what the sailor hat's for?
Look at that.
It's
Look
a
at
reference
that cute
to what
face.
happened?
Yep.
And I have Johnny Caniford running things in the back, joined by, I was told he already has a nickname when I came in, Ethan, the boy toy, who will be helping John run the show, and I guess subbing when John can't. So welcome, Ethan. And guesting tonight, save the best for last, is our Say Anything girl. We just don't know what's going to come out of her mouth.
I was going to say earlier, you were like, oh, but you don't know what I'm going to say. I think nobody knows what I'm going to say.
Very true. Very true. I'll just say everything anybody doesn't want to say. You just
I just say everything.
Everything.
Anything.
But I like it.
Anything within a 3.3.
3.3. It's Gabby's favorite size. Anyway, make sure you join the YouTube chat. What week is it, guys? I'm the only one in Oshie. He has his jersey. Who
August.
cares? It's football week.
That's right. Let's go, baby.
And the Commanders are playing on Friday, and Carrie, what am I saying? Frankie and I.
Oh, wow.
I mean, same. Frankie and I will be watching preseason at CJ Finn's, and then we will be starting to come here because Squeak and company will open downstairs at the Salisbury Center.
Yeah.
Putting in a bunch
that's
of
this
TVs.
Friday?
No, September 2nd.
Oh,
For the regular season.
For the regular season, and we're going to have lots of fun things going on, lots of TVs. Monday, Thursday, Sunday, what other day? For football. And if they have football on Saturday, obviously.
Thursday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
And
Friday,
then
Saturday.
weekday hours for anybody that wants to come in, make sure the menu is excellent. Make sure that you come in 10:30 to 6 p.m. I think it was Monday through Friday. But obviously football will be open as well. So super excited. The menu's great.
I really want to try a lunch pail, mostly because I want to know if it actually comes in a pail. Like, I saw the menu and I was
I know what they look like, only because if they're anything like the restaurants Jeff has done before, they're pretty cool. He's really good. He's really good at it. So
excited.
I'm excited for the Commanders.
Food.
A little nervous about Terry.
Yeah.
A little nervous. I'm not happy.
I don't even
You know
how I
that.
feel. I don't even know how
I
I
mean,
feel.
he wouldn't be scary Terry for nothing, right?
That's good. Good point. But I'll be devastated if this doesn't get sorted. I don't think it's good for morale. The synchronicity between him and Jaden Daniels is just amazing. And that's priceless to me. I mean, obviously, for the organization, he's been loyal to us. He's a very good leader at his age for those young guys.
Yeah.
And just a nice guy. And he deserves, give him the money. He's earned it, and he deserves it. You don't just get it. He's earned it.
I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to pick up how I left off last year. You know, my attitude changed. I'm positive vibes. I'm not even going to talk about it. As we get closer to the regular season, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and your Ravens play on Thursday.
Yes,
Julio,
they do.
Your Ravens
Yeah.
supposedly have the best
They have the
team.
best every year, and they don't.
No, but this time, like, they have the best rosters.
Hey.
Supposedly.
What's
just gonna watch
second?
football.
What's second place, Julio?
I'm just gonna watch.
First loser, guys. First loser. No trophies. Welcome to the YouTube chat, DJ. What's up? Colts, baby, DJ said. And Laura, we love you so much. Hello back. She says, hello, lovely people. We love you, Laura. Thanks for being such a support, both of you. I love DJ. He's been my friend for so long. We go way back. I don't know. I'm stoked. And my friend D and Wayne are at home, and I think they're tuning in. So I'm super excited they were going to tune in. Hi, guys. Hi.
Hey.
Yeah. So, all right. So moving on from that, we got the new bar alert, hours of operation. What else happened this week? Anything exciting for you guys?
I went boating Saturday.
Yeah, you blacked out. You don't have a good story.
It was so much fun until it wasn't.
But it might have been
But
fun
it might have
after
been
that.
fun. I
You
can't
just don't know.
I mean, the day stuff was fun. It got darker, drank. Music was great.
It got darker because
got
you blacked out.
Honestly, no, I'm saying I got darker. But once the sun went down, I think my brain went down with it.
I don't black out on boats anymore. Like, you black out every time you're on a boat. Like, I'm fine. Like, I just pace and I know better.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. So I
It's
don't
the
even
same problem every time. You like skip a meal, and next thing you know, you
Yeah.
just-
Oh, I didn't eat too all day.
That's where you fuck
I learned
up.
that from I learned that from Jessica.
Yeah, if you skip your meal, you can get more drunk on less alcohol. It's
I just
cheaper.
don't. I don't like blacking
It's
out
more
anymore. So I'm
cost-effective.
careful. I'm super
eat-
careful.
I don't even drink alcohol, but I always eat when I'm on the boat
Yeah.
because it's so
Yeah.
easy to get super tired.
Yeah, because that sun hits you, you forget
Yup.
about it.
Yeah.
Super direct and off the water.
Yep. Off the water,
Yeah.
you do. So,
you.
anyway, on this week on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, I posted a reel, and I really like the response on this one on all three platforms. I said, guys, what do women do that you find so attractive, right? But they don't realize is so attractive. And the list was extensive, so I made the list out, and you guys can obviously add to it, but I thought I'd read it because first of all, I appreciate the participation. So thank you guys so much. You can chime in on the YouTube chat. But parallel parking, driving stick shift. I can do both. Can you, Gab?
I can parallel park really, really well, but I can only drive stick to save my life. Like if
Yeah.
I were obligated, I could do it, but it's not.
I learned on stick.
I didn't. My mom
did.
didn't
That's what
let
she
me.
said.
My mom didn't let. She just outward refused, and it's still a regret
It's
to this
I'm
day.
so glad I know. I love it too. It's so empowering. Discipline and drive.
Okay.
Discipline and drive. Wearing heels confidently. Playing with their hair. I think a lot of people like that. And when we don't realize we're doing it.
Yeah.
One of my friend's husbands had her comment, long blonde hair.
Oh, blonde hair.
I have really long brown hair. Does that
Flipping
count?
or swinging long hair casually, like when they swing it when they walk is attractive. Winking, lip biting, which that's hot. I can see that. Crossing their legs naturally. Confidence without arrogance. I was impressed. Good posture. I'm all game. I'm in on that. I'm a good posture person. Being genuinely funny, making eye contact, assured body language, being kind without needing attention for it, giving a random back rub. I know you guys will eat that one up.
Damn random.
That's
And
right.
the back row.
I do not consent. I do not consent.
And that's bare minimum.
Yeah, is that bare
That's
minimum
king
or
treatment
princess
right there.
treatment?
Princess treatment.
That's king treatment.
Uh-huh. No.
King.
Did you listen to last week's episode?
I did. Yeah.
I'm like, what, guys? How are you saying some of this is bare minimum with their or princess treatment with the girl stuff?
Yeah.
I was so annoyed. I'm so upset with them
frustrated.
because they're two of the greatest men I know, and I'm like, what? You've just gone down a notch. A genuine laugh or belly laugh, smiling at strangers,
What's a belly laugh?
like what I do every 5 minutes because I'm so.
How about,
loud
how
and
about some of the
embarrassing.
girls that snort?
Do you like the
Snort?
snorting?
When they
Oh, I
When
was
they
like,
laugh.
wait. That's we're going out of topic.
Or while they're awake or they're asleep,
Not that
or
kind
in
of
the bathroom
snorting.
at
When
the
they
club.
do,
In what context are they snorting?
like when they laugh and they
Okay, yeah.
No, okay.
Especially if they're really pretty. I've had a couple of girls that are like super pretty, and then they're like they snort when they laugh, and I'm like, oh,
Do you think it's cute?
It's cute.
I
Yeah,
get
'cause it's
embarrassed
like-
if I do it.
yeah, because it's like
Natural.
Yeah, it's natural,
Yeah.
and they don't say, "Look, I'm sorry" or anything. They just keep laughing.
Yeah.
Keep snorting.
The shy girl, and this is me. I know it's hard to believe. The shy girl with the big eyes that looks away. I do. I'm like, I'm so nervous.
When she flirts.
A woman who hunts or fishes. A hot girl that doesn't realize she's hot, and people said that's the ultimate. A hot girl that doesn't realize she's hot. I'm assuming, and it's assumption, like just down to earth, just super good looking, doesn't even give a fuck. Drive with focus.
Doesn't hit the curve.
I have the drive, not the focus.
This was all right. I'll save this one for last. A woman who's naturally playful and flirty without trying, and my favorite was breathe.
I was literally gonna say that. Breathe.
I mean, it's so true. What did you guys think of the list?
Oh no, it's great. It's great.
Do you guys have any that were on there that, like, we know you with feet, but like Frankie has a foot fetish for anybody? I've seen him lick feet in Miami.
I like
at a pool party.
You know what I like a lot
Which time?
is a girl with a ponytail. When they just do the ponytail,
Yeah.
and they whether it's like we're gonna go work out, or even when they're putting on doing the ponytail.
You find that hot?
It's so
What
cute and
about it?
sexy.
Is there anything like pointy? It
Because
just is.
well, the thing is because it's doing all the stuff like you're already playing with your hair, you're whatever flipping your neck or moving your neck, you're exposing your neck. It's just really sexy.
Well, and also when you put both arms up to like get your hair, like the posture and the curvature.
Yeah.
It literally does a lot of the stuff that's on that list.
Yeah.
It's like
A
all
lot
at
of
Yeah,
once.
things
just
on that
by
list.
default. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's very attractive.
Was there anything you would add?
Come on.
She likes anime.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be great, but she's like to spit in people's mouths.
Oh.
That was on the kink. That was on the kink.
She
Let's talk
would
about
know
normal
she's
stuff.
doing it. We're not on the
Yeah.
kink yet. We're gonna get to some
I know.
sex.
I don't know. Just breathes.
Breeze.
That was the last one.
The boy toy
Wait.
Ethan, new guy.
She
Hold on.
knows what she wants to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. I think I saw that on another reel that guys find that really attractive. But I told you the trick.
When the girl feeds you like just naturally,
Oh yeah, like if you're driving and they just
or even at a restaurant, or whatever, it's like
Oh, yeah.
here,
I
and
do
then
that
she
all the
feeds
time
you.
while Adam's driving. I'm feeding him whatever.
All right, Ethan, boy toy is what we're told your nickname is. What is something a girl does that she doesn't know is attractive, but you find attractive?
Yeah. I don't know. I would say flipping the hair.
Yeah, you
It's
like
a big one.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
Just because like women like you know how much I love women, so like women have really beautiful necks, so
the collarbone.
Yeah, like the
exposure.
As long as you
collarbone.
have a good plastic surgeon,
so
yes, they
all
do.
that stuff is like I'm telling
Like
you,
me.
you're knocking out a lot of stuff in one shot when you play with your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because sometimes they can be smiling, or biting that lip because they're trying to do the, all that
I
stuff
bite
goes.
my lip.
Yeah, all that
I
stuff
do.
goes on there. You just like, I can imagine. I think I'm looking at just normal. I'm like,
DJ, going to our YouTube chat real quick. 2A enthusiast like me.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Wait, I'm lost.
Guns.
Oh, got it.
Second Amendment.
Oh,
Got it.
okay.
Yeah.
how many
Understood.
said
And then
double A batteries? What?
No, they shoot their shot.
thank you, DJ. Oh, they shoot their shot.
At you and at the range.
Actually, after bringing this list to you guys and hearing it, I'm actually intrigued because what I think this does is I think women, we overthink what men find attractive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I'll post a reel with no makeup. I mean, I still have some, but like for me, I'm like, ugh, I can't believe I'm posting this. And then people comment, you look amazing. And I'm like, gross.
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 I love when women go to work out with zero makeup.
Yeah, that's never happening for me. It does. I do make sure my lashes are on. Spicy Ron is joining the chat. I like when I call her daddy.
An
funny.
image came to my mind.
What image, Gabby?
Do you really want to know?
How X-rated is it?
As X-rated as it gets?
Just give us the cliff notes.
Her with a strap on.
Yes. And he's right there
That's
saying,
insane.
yes,
Pegging.
daddy.
Pegging.
Great.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon.
I told somebody we did an episode on pegging. They're like, "What's pegging?" I'm like, "Okay, I don't feel bad."
Watch the episode.
I mean, I knew what that was, but I didn't know they had a proper name for it. Pegging.
Really?
Beg your pardon. You had another one too.
Pegasaurus.
Is that how the women got their name Peggy?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I
because
think
the
that
name is
one came
the-
first.
Although
but-
probably
from
dirty
Margaret.
things went on
but
way back
her name
when.
is Margaret, and they call him Peggy.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah,
Because I
she
don't
put
peg
on
you
that
as a Margaret.
strap on.
Yeah, but not
Peggy.
every woman who gets called Peggy, not every Margaret who gets called Peggy is probably fucking guys.
I love it.
Like,
What's
I don't
up?
know.
What's up, John?
No, I was going to say, but way back when, what were they using? That's the question. Because there
Wood
wasn't
or
latex, there wasn't
glass.
rubber.
It was wood.
Wood or glass?
Straw.
Yeah,
wood.
glass dildos. I
Yeah.
guess.
Glass dildos
Is that
are
how peg
still a
legs
thing.
came about?
Huh?
Peg leg?
Peg leg.
Little Timmy's like, I can't find
I love
my
what
wooden leg.
I love what's said on this show. 'Cause I know.
Why does
It
my
is
leg
what-
smell like ass?
It is.
Okay, Frankie, okay, here's a new kink unlocked. I'm going to peg a guy with my foot, and then you're going to lick my toe.
Oh my God, that's an all-time gross. Gross. All right. So, oh wait, there was one more. Doing something with calm confidence. I like that. I like
Respect that.
So, we're kind of going to move through because Frankie, I kind of sometimes don't get to all his topics. So I'm trying to get to all his topics. So, Frankie, which one would you like to start with? Because you brought single sabotage or women keeping other women single. And I had a
Yes.
spin on that. Or in your grab bag tonight is short kings and taught why women are disqualifying short men. So
I have
your
such a good
grab
answer
bag,
for that
'cause
one.
I have
Please pick that one.
Let's see if you can reach the subject.
I know, right? If you were to bring it down and I could grab it, it'll be better. You know what? Gabby's our guest, and she wants to talk about height.
Thank you, Frankie. I love that.
So
All
let's
right,
start
so
with
Frankie, why don't you set it up
Oh, that's another
very briefly about why this came about with that reel because it was intense.
Yeah, that's why it caught my attention because it was really intense. So it was like 3 in the morning. I'm watching reels, and then this guy was discussing that he had one of his best friends, and this is why I was like, whoa, because he said he was very attractive, super fit, just life of the party, positive, healthy, just all these great qualities about him, but he happened to be 5'4". And he started saying that how his, close friend, he didn't have any issues until, like, he said every woman he would approach, they would always ask him, how tall are you? How tall are you? To the point where it just started wearing down on him,
Yeah.
and he, like, people would forget, women wouldn't care if he was funny, good looking, whatever. They were just so focused on the fact that he wasn't 6 foot. It went to the
Taller. I think he said taller. He didn't say 6 foot.
All right, well, taller.
Taller.
But it went
5'4" is
Reflecting
quite
over there.
short.
Yeah, but it went to the extreme and this is what the shocker was. It led to him getting depressed, and actually he took his life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like that's how bad it got.
That's
So
so sad.
yeah, so that's why I wanted to discuss it. In the sense where, because sometimes we make fun of it, right? We're like, whatever,
Right.
it doesn't bother me. And I mean, it's been going on for so long that there is times that it does trigger me a little bit. It's like at first it was annoying.
We know.
Now it's like, what the freak? It doesn't intimidate me or stop me, but it's just getting to the point where it's like, okay, enough. Why is that such an important, requirement for a woman to have to date a guy to be a certain kind of height, to the point of this guy's detriment that he took his life.
Right.
Gabby, I'll let you have a first opinion, Julio, and then we can open the discussion because I do have stuff to say on both accounts, pros and cons of this argument.
So I've actually dated a guy who was 5'4" before. I've dated a lot of short guys. I've dated 5'4", 5'6", 5'8", which isn't short, but it's like borderline. Like it's real, anything shorter than that, you're going to be a little self-conscious according to like public discourse, male discourse on like, you know, red pill, black pill, looks max, blah blah blah, bread tube, all that crap, slop tube. But
Keep the point.
but yeah, like I've dated a lot of short guys. I've dated a lot of ugly guys, like really ugly. Like I dated a guy that looked
Okay,
like a
we
straight
get it.
up
We
frog
get it. Your
once.
standards
Okay,
are
well,
low. We
no,
get
it's
it.
not. It's not that. So I think that the whole 666 thing for guys is
Whoa,
largely
666.
a manosphere talking point that's really been forced into the public discourse, and it's not according to the female gaze, it's according to the male gaze, but it's been culturally imposed on
I agree.
us as a society. Thank you. Yeah, you see where I'm going with
I
this,
do.
right?
Well, I'm confused.
So
Hold
It's
on.
like women are not necessarily looking for height. I'm looking for, if I feel like I can kick your ass, I won't date you. If I feel like I could kick your ass in a bare knuckle fight, then we can't be together because that's just a bridge too far for me. But it's not about how tall you are or anything like that. It's about physical fitness, strength, you know, acuity, reflexes, blah, blah, blah. But it's not about height. It's not about height for me.
What I think Gabby is trying to say is, so a couple things. Let Julio comment, and then I'm going to summarize because I know what you're trying to say, and I think I can put it into a different words. What do you think of all this? Frankie's very like,
Oh, I mean, it's not like something you can control. I mean, you're as tall as you can be, but you know, your
Yeah.
personality can be tall.
Yeah.
And that kind of reflects
that just sounded
And
like
how
that
that
people
movie.
adjust
That's
to you.
what women
So-
are looking
That
for.
reminded me of
'cause, I mean,
Genuinely.
I think people have actually told you that, like, oh, your personality is like 6 foot.
Yeah,
I
you
have been
sounded
told.
like Owen Wilson there. Your personality can be
Wow.
tall. The way he
Wow.
would say it in a movie.
Your personality can be tall.
So, but what do you think? Like, what is your
Oh, yeah.
opinion on the women that disqualify men based on height?
They're just probably missing out on a good time then.
Yeah.
Okay, your
Absolutely.
actual opinion.
No, for real. Like,
Yeah.
if I mean, it was crazy because the video was like, you know, he was handsome, you know, good time, good people, etc., and all that, and you're just gonna throw all that away just because he doesn't meet the height requirement. I mean, that's insane. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, to me,
It's
it's
not-
almost as equal as a woman saying, "I'm not gonna date you unless you're rich." It's almost like to that level.
So I
know,
think
I think
go ahead.
women that are looking for tall guys are looking for some shade, maybe. You know,
Yeah, it's just really, it's no reason for it. I just think it's so shallow. And that's all it is. It's just so shallow. It's to me, it's a turnoff. But what also I found interesting is that women who, because this is women who are short that say this, but tall women have zero issues dating shorter men.
So real quick, I want to go to the YouTube chat because everybody participated. Laura said, I'm 5'2". I don't mind dating short men. It doesn't take much to be taller than me. DJ, especially in Arizona, it's hard as fuck out here if you're not 6+. What? Oh, and then he went back to the pegging when we were talking about that earlier. That's why everyone had a walking stick back in
That's
the day.
diabolical.
That's probably
That's
funny. That's funny.
diabolical. Oh my god.
So I think a couple things. I think what Gabby's trying to say, and when I watch what's going on, right? It's kind of like if you hear something over and over again, you become programmed to it. So that started out as men bashing men, the 666 thing, 6 foot, 6 figures, and what is it?
6-pack.
6-pack. That was a male thing to other males, dogging to
male
make
gaze.
other peacocking each other,
Yeah.
right? And then it ran down all socials, 6 foot and 6'5", Blue Eye Finance, that song, yeah.
I'm looking for a guy in finance.
So I think when women, especially young and impressionable or very unaware, and there's just going to be shallow, you begin to come programmed to, oh God, for people to accept me, my relationship also has to look like this.
Yes.
So I think that's one side of it.
that was one side. That was
So
one side.
I think, and I found this, and I tried to put it into words. So I'm kind of opposite than Laura. I am a short woman. I've always dated pretty tall. I mean, my one ex was that was the shortest for me, and he was almost 5'11".
Okay.
But it's not that I disqualify short men at all. It's just what I'm attracted to. Let me finish this thought. And when I do try to go, okay, you're being a shallow bitch, right? And go out, I just don't have that same attraction. But I won't disqualify anybody. So I think that is saying a fair statement to myself because I need chemistry. I mean, we all know that. And if you watch the show, I when I'm in a relationship, we go bang. But I think this is a good statement. You're not a bad person for not being attracted to everyone. But if you're rejecting a whole group of people without questions, it's time to look in the mirror. Is this really my preference or something I've been taught to want? And that's
a good
going back
point.
to that 666. I think women are just hearing this over and over again. And just like money, Frankie, you're going to have women that, like me, if somebody's an entrepreneur right now going, let's be poor for 5 years and you help me grow this business. At 50 years old, I'm not doing that. If that makes me shallow, too bad. It's not the life I want.
Yeah.
But I also I'm not seeking a rich man either. So I think there's that in between where somebody genuinely is, if you like blondes or you, like you're always saying, you're white girls,
Yeah.
because you like really pale white girls, that's a preference. And so, but I also, I want to say it's terrible the gentleman killed himself. That's horrible.
Horrible.
If you're to that point too, I think there was other things going on. And I also think we don't know how, because he had this, and please, I'm not judging this guy. So let's take him off the table, because I don't want to come across like that, because any loss of life and suicide is terrible.
Correct.
And if you ever need help, there's always help.
Yeah.
But I also think when people get to that point, or when we're having take suicide off the table, when you have insecurities like that, right? And you're talking to women and you already have this insecurity, how is he injecting or projecting that insecurity on her? Is that really the turnoff in that case?
Exactly. A lot of short guys disqualify themselves because
Correct.
they behave in a way that shows that they have that self-criticism, and it makes them miserable to be around.
It is true. You'll see.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's
What
not.
you,
but it's
John?
almost.
And I
but
don't
it's-
even think you're short,
Is it
for the record.
But you know
Napoleon
what?
syndrome. Napoleon syndrome.
Yes.
But it's also like that thing though when somebody says, "Why are you mad?" "Oh no, I'm not mad." "Oh, but you look mad. You're mad." I'm like, "I'm not mad, but you're mad." So you finally get mad, and you're like, "Okay, now I'm mad." See, I knew you were mad, but I wasn't mad.
Yeah.
This is the same thing with height. It's like I said, I never had an issue with it. It never crossed my mind. I mean, I'm not gonna. To me, it wasn't like, "Oh my God, I'm short." I'm not gonna say I wasn't intimidated by taller women, because I would be like, man, that's the only times that I wish I was taller. I'd be like, that woman has a lot of body. She is
Yeah.
tall. I don't know if if I'm enough of a man, like physically, to be able to, to satisfy a woman like that. But
Sure you are.
no, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying to the point, but I'm saying those are the doubts
The
that you would
thoughts.
have, right? But then, because I'll never forget, I was in New York watching a movie. I think I was married at that time, and there was
Quick about
there was this guy that got up with his girl, and I'm telling you, I think he probably reached her to her shoulder. Like,
Yeah.
he was probably like 5'6",
And I looked, but
and she was probably like 6'1", and I was like, he just grabbed her arm and they just walked like normal,
That's
normal.
confidence.
And I was like, I thought it was so hot. She was gorgeous, and he was just like a man, a dude.
I wish I was,
I
a
like
little
my
bit
hero.
taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I was $1 million. Something with I could call her.
But I
wish
guess like,
was a rabbit in
but
a
you were
hat.
saying it doesn't just happen
Yeah,
all at
that's
once,
it,
right?
Rob.
Little by little stuff.
I think
Yeah.
Society's being
I
thrown.
think when I see guys like that, it exudes confidence, right?
Yes.
It takes because society is judging. I mean, society sets up all these things. We buy into them or we don't. So I think that's I think you have to go back when girls are raised, especially, or let's just say all of us. What do we hear from the first? Oh, you're going to find someone who's tall, dark, and handsome.
I was just about to
You're
say.
conditioned from point A of that, right? It's put in your head. Now you have all of these social platforms from these kids day one. We're not as conditioned. Tall. So a woman has that conditioning. Well, to meet society, I need to have a tall guy. That's the requirement of society. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
No, yeah.
I think we got to look at the psychology of what's going on here, because the only way to change it, just like everything else, is one by one and put it on reels. Like, who gives a fuck? Because let me tell you, when everybody wanted the Tiffany bracelet, remember back in
I remember.
Okay,
I remember.
Everybody wanted it. Everybody had
I
it.
wanted it.
I want it. I had it. Have to have it. It's the best thing. I have to have it. Best
The
thing ever.
matching necklace.
I had the matching necklace. This
I
is
had the
this-
knockoff.
I got this one. This one was pricey. But
Yeah.
now, if you showed that same, be like, I don't want that shit.
Yeah. True.
Because
it's outdated.
it's not outdated because it's vintage. It'd be cool to rock sometimes. Is that you're not hearing it 24/7.
Yeah.
If you don't have this, you're not good enough. If you and
Yeah.
that's great advertising. That's great salesmanship. So you have to remember that when people are hearing stuff over and over, that's what happens. I do think like some smaller women like myself, and I've talked to women. It is a protection thing. They feel very protected, and
That's
I can
where I
say-
was going with it too. Yeah.
that is absolutely true for me. When I'm with tall guys, I do feel that way. But I also feel that way around all of my guy friends, and they're all different heights
Yeah.
where they're confident. All of you are confident.
Well, and for me, I know the amount of damage I can do at my size. I'm 5'2", and I can do a lot of damage. As long as I can't kick your ass, that means you can do more damage than me. So together, we're good. We're
Yeah.
Gucci. There's very few. I would, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. It's not about how big you are. It's about if you got that dog in you, because I got a fucking dog in me. So if my dog can kick your dog's ass, then that's
I'm
not.
the same. I can't.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about the.
Look at the chat. Look at
But
him.
then I was
Oh
gonna
my
say,
God.
But I was gonna say this too,
I was
Jess.
singing it.
No, if would you pick a 5'7" guy who is an 8 or a 6 foot guy who's a 5? A 5'7" who's an 8 for me.
DJ, you know me. You know how I go. What's the personality type? I don't know. I can't say.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm
don't
evaluating that question, the
I mean,
8
there-
and the 5 applies to their personality, not
so
just
let
their
me
looks.
say this. I have to have an emotional connection with anybody. There
Yep.
could be, I mean, I've talked to many a hot guy down in D.C., tall,
Yep.
and you see me, I'm like, you have the emotional intelligence of a rock. Like, I don't care how rich or how hot you are.
Yeah.
If I can't emotionally and have an intelligent conversation, we're done.
Well, I was gonna say this. So the second part of the whole, being tall and wanting a tall man. The thing that bothers me the most, it's the way that women reject a man who's not that tall.
I can respect
That's
that.
what's really messed
That's
up.
character. That's
Yeah, but
character.
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter because it's not just one. It's
It
a
does
lot
matter.
of.
Your character is everything.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's not a small group. It's a lot. It's many.
Societally, we lack a
Yeah.
lot of character
Because
nowadays.
women are very sensitive, right? Women are very self-aware, self-conscious, right? So if you're someone, for example, who maybe not be that attractive
Right.
to the general public, as a guy, I'm not saying guys don't do this, right? But if a woman who I don't think is attractive or my type, I'm not gonna say
Ill.
exactly, ugh, you're ugly or stuff like that.
Okay.
But women tend to say like,
Women
oh,
can
you're
be
short.
brutal.
Oh, you're not. So
I have never heard that come out of my friend's mouth to a man's face like that.
Yeah,
If they
but
did,
who friends do you keep? Not
I
people
wouldn't
with low
keep
character.
And again, that comes down to
Okay,
character.
but
I'm
what
not
I'm saying
hanging
is-
out with pieces of
but
shit.
okay, but what I'm saying is I'm trying to give you an example of what
Do
it
you
feels
know
like
what-
as a guy.
I can tell
sorry
you,
if that's happening
I can
to you.
tell
I'm
you that
sorry.
one of my
I'm slapping
friends
shit out
got the
of
most
somebody I ever heard
deplorable
do that
text
to
from
you.
a man over the weekend. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever read, to the point I almost drove. I can't say where. Like, I almost drove, and I
Okay.
was going to beat that motherfucker's ass. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's character. It's character, period, the end.
Okay.
I don't want to stay here, Frankie. We have
That's
so
fine,
many
but what I'm
things.
saying is because it's a guy who's being rejected that way. Because look how you described it. This was a piece of shit. This asshole said this to my girl.
And if a girl, I
Okay,
just
but
said
a
it's
woman-
character. That's a bad character woman. You shouldn't do that.
She
Yeah.
condemns all genders equally when they suck ass.
That's right.
If people suck, they suck. Hang around with better people, and she needs to not be like that. But at the end of the day, people are going to treat you like shit, and you choose to be offended or not offended, and just carry on.
Yeah,
And
just
their
move
life-
on. You're
their
not tall
life is
enough to
gonna
ride that
suck.
ride either way.
Real quick though, and I don't want to get in because we have your other subjects.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
be
boy.
fair to me. But there is a flip side to this, guys, because I do see this attack on women coming from men saying you guys don't. But there is the other side of this, because men often look at weight, skin appearance, breast size, age, style and grooming, whether or not she wears makeup, hair texture. So I think it comes to a
texture.
bit of a double standard when men are like, well, you won't date me because I'm short. How many guys have been like, oh no, that bitch too ugly for me? All that, but that's preference. That's preference.
what's
Oh, her
hair
tits aren't big
texture?
enough. Oh, her booty isn't right. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but you don't
Curly,
say
there's
it to
some
the.
guys like
but you
long-
don't say it to the person. You don't.
I've
you know?
definitely been rejected.
Well, you that's
rudely
not
by
what
a
it's
guy
about.
before.
But yeah, but that's about preference. Like,
Preference.
Exactly. That's what they were telling you.
But we're telling you, I'm just trying to do the other side of this argument.
It's a double-edged sword, Frankie.
So women might be picky about height. Some might just disqualify men, which is silly. But I think men often dismiss women on very shallow things as well without
Correct.
getting to know them. So I think it is a two-way street.
I know someone that, met a beautiful girl. They had a connection. And as soon as the shoes came off, he was out.
Yeah. I mean, we
Yeah.
what? Wait, what?
You were ugly. Ah!
She didn't have nice toes.
I just think women, if you're, and men, I think this applies. Are you looking at what looks good? Or is this what you were taught to want by either social conditioning or someone telling you that's what you needed? Look, at the end of the day, you are not the main character in anybody else's story at all. Trust me. When people are like, so-and-so is probably talking about me, I'm like, no, they're probably not. You're not the main character. And if they are, they just have no life. So don't worry.
yeah, in the end, you don't want to be influenced by society to the point where you're losing out because of society, which leads to my other topic.
And I think I saw this week, and it relates to what we just said. And I think this is a good life lesson for people. It said, are you worried about people say you're cringe? Because I post all the
Yeah.
time. And, obviously I do it for financial stuff. Like,
I'm not worried about people saying I'm cringe.
but would you rather people say you're cringe and live your life based on those few people that are making fun of you? I don't give a fuck. Make fun of me. I make fun of me. Or
Suck my dick, bitch.
Or are you going to go live the life of your dreams? And I think the same applies to as you're looking for a part. Figure out what you want and what your negotiables are.
Yeah. I
All
agree.
right. So your other subject, and then we'll go on. So guys, what's on deck tonight? Hold on. Let's read up here. DJ, I just look for attraction. It's nothing particular. You don't have to be dolled up all the time. I love jeans and a shirt. Good hygiene. We can only hope they have good hygiene.
Good hygiene.
And they wash all the special parts.
That's actually a big problem for
yeah.
men.
Yes.
Wait. Their hygiene or
Yes.
Yes.
You would be really, really surprised the percentage of the male population who thinks it's gay to wash their asshole so they don't. So they leave shit stains everywhere.
What?
I think you'd be surprised the percentage
it is a
of
big
women
discourse online right now.
Okay, I think the opposite. It's more surprising the way so many women are not clean.
Clean like their house or like their pussy.
Everything.
They're talking. So
have
I
those.
had,
In this case, we're talking about physical because
Everything
that's what we're
about
talking
me.
about.
I had a conversation with one of my guy friends one time, and he's like, "Women need to clean between the flaps," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And was like,
I mean, no,
"They don't?"
serious. This is a
But
serious question.
He was like, "No, it's like they must just surface clean." I'm like, "That's fucking gross."
But as a woman, how do you not know you're not clean down there? Because sometimes as soon as the panties come out, you go down and you're like,
talking to the wrong
oh.
woman. I'm
Yeah, I was
OCD.
gonna say I have OCD. Like,
yeah.
But is that because
Doesn't-
how you were raised though, or?
no, it's because I'm mentally ill.
I'm talking about just in general. Just in general, like, I mean, isn't the parents supposed to teach you how to clean?
I mean, things are passed on from generation, bad habits. I
As
guess,
somebody
yeah.
who spends a lot of time around a lot of families with kids, I can tell you that there are plenty of
Yeah.
families that do
People are
not
gross.
pass along cleaning habits because the parents don't clean.
Dude, I had a daughter, so the first thing my ex-wife was like, front to back. When you
Yup.
clean it, front to back. You don't want to go this way because then you're going to give them all kinds of infections.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, not just that. We're talking about washing
Yeah,
like properly.
and your
Just-
that's what I'm
house.
saying. Like,
My
Like, you
mom,
gotta- yeah.
when I was 8, she sat me down and she was like, you need to learn how to cook. You need to learn how to clean. You need to learn how to sew. You need to learn how to do the laundry. And that's what it means to be a woman. And wipe your ass the right way.
Yeah.
And she sat, like, had a whole, birds and the bee, but plus,
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I
Shower
found it
people.
interesting. Laura said, "I've had shit like that said to me. Me too. I've had horrible things that I still remember and now don't bother me, but they did for a long time. People are cruel.
it is. It's true.
Yeah.
Fighting afterwards. I'll pick you up at 7.
Wait, what?
DJ.
Let's fight afterwards. I'll pick you up at 7. He's talking
So
about
after
you.
he's proved
Talking
his male
about you.
dominant, that you can't
Oh,
kick his
you're
ass,
talking, that's an invitation to scrap? Listen, I've
He
been
lives
looking
in
for a
Arizona.
reason.
He used to come
Damn,
to Nico's
because
games.
I could
He's
use an
awesome.
outlet. I've seriously
awesome.
been thinking about going to the Rage Room lately. I just want to get. Anyways.
Okay, so what's on deck tonight? We're going to get to Frankie's next subject, but what's on deck tonight, guys, because we wanted to make it more conversational. Are women keeping women single? And Frankie's all in on this.
That makes so much sense.
And we only have, because I had to keep it shorter tonight.
No pun intended. Fuck you, Jessica.
We have to keep it under 6 foot tonight.
45 minutes or so, maybe a little longer. And then we have fuckboys are less than fuckboys fade, nice guys no try, and intentional men win the girl.
Yeah.
woman, and we have why it's trending like fire that more and more women are wanting to date, and you know what, with younger men. Well, I mean, you know, I relate. I've always dated younger, so this was right up my alley.
Well, Ethan's 19, just so you know.
I'm 35, babe. I'm 50. I can't. No. My son's older than him. Sorry, Ethan.
threshold.
Sorry, Ethan. But that's fast. All right, Frankie, bring it up.
That's what she said.
That's like the extra inches on my shoes.
Come on, Frankie.
No, so the one I really, my second favorite one
Oh,
was
guys,
that.
and we have situationships.
Oh, yeah, that's for situationships. But what is
fine.
it, Jessica, for real, that I noticed that women who are single, right? And one of the girls all of a sudden starts dating. It's the guy's a great guy, you know. She's happy, but single. The rest of their her friends start looking for negative stuff and just criticizing. And it's like it seems like they don't want her friend to be happy because since they don't have a man, nobody. It's like if you don't, like we all don't have a man, then none of us have a man.
I'm pretty sure a pact was made and someone's breaking a pact. It's
Exactly.
like that. You know, like,
What do you think of this guy? I have opinions on this.
Because you can see the behavior.
Yeah.
It's so obvious.
Yeah.
I think this one boils down to character again, and it boils down to the type of social circle you maintain. I've never had that experience with any of my girlfriends. I've never been that person. I've always been a cheerleader. But yeah, I've seen the behavior. I've witnessed it in other social circles, just not my own.
Julio, come on, you got to have opinions. Why do I have you here, motherfucker?
I'm the baby face.
True.
You know?
You're our totes adorbs.
So cute.
And you drop the one-liners, and I hear them in the back. When I play it back, I'm like, that was
My
good.
6 foot one-liners.
Your 6 foot one-liners.
Are you 6'1"?
No,
In jokes he is.
in jokes,
Yes.
where it matters.
Hey, Frankie, can you hear me as well?
I don't know. Haters gonna hate. You know, envy, jealousy. Maybe they want their man. That's why they try to sabotage. I don't know. It just sounds like a silly romantic comedy type of situation. You know, like someone literally cock blocking just so they're as miserable as they are. I think Gabby's right. You know, you should cheer for your friend if you know they finally found someone decent. You know, it's hard out there with all the apps and you know in person
Very
flirting
difficult,
and all that. And you know, they finally found someone. You're like, great, good for you.
I would be so happy.
Yeah, does
I
he have
would
any single friends? Can
literally-
you know, like, can he hook us up? Like,
Is it
where's
just
that?
selfishness then? Because are they thinking this dude's gonna take away my friend?
Well, I think DJ, you said
Why
something
can't
very.
I find a good dude?
Oh, God. You said something very poignant up there, which is Julio. Tell me, which I'm going to get to. What did you just say? You say what you just said because
God.
my 50-year-old self just went in and out. Women are. Let me tell you something. I am a champion of women. Gabby will tell you that. She's been my friend. I'm blunt. I'm honest. I'm not giving you the sugar-coated version unless I ask you first because I think you're going to be a little more sensitive. Then I will. I'm not trying to be mean and I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Yes.
I'm just, I kick it straight with my close circle. I don't have a big circle. I know a lot of people. And women are just they champion women are for women and women supporting women. But I'm going to give you the prime example. Your people around you, whether they're in your inner circle, the one layer out, and all the way to people on social media. they will sit there and champion you to keep going and this and that. And the minute you're successful, oh God, he's acting different. She's acting, oh God. Because God forbid you fucking make it. And what they don't see is the work that goes in and the work that goes in and the work that goes in and the no sleep and the this and the that. So it's comparable to this. I say this because it's comparable to this. First of all, you need to be picking really good people around you. And I've had good people, women, but I've had really, really bad ones. And I tell especially my younger girlfriends all this time, and this is what DJ said, don't discuss your relationship with just anyone. Sure. Even if I am talking to a guy, 2 people, 3 people know. It's Frankie, D, Carrie Ann, maybe Erica, right? I might talk to them. Sometimes I won't tell them for like 2 months.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very private, and it's not that I don't trust them. It's just like, it's pointless. Yeah. I don't need to talk about this dude until this dude shows me he's worth talking about.
Yeah.
I think that the same applies to women keeping women single. I think misery loves company. I think it's easy to be toxic with someone and then you have no excuse, or someone champion toxicity together. So one person might not be very toxic and have really good character and habits, and the other is, and so they're encouraging them to do all these things. And I've had to put stops to 2 girls doing that and go to the friend that was really good and be like, look, it's not my business, but I'm making it my business. She's just, I don't use the words keeping you single, keeping you fucking single. And unfortunately,
cock blocking.
And this goes on with men too, but not as much. You've got to be very, very careful with the women that you keep close in your life. It's kind of like with guys, asking all the right questions, ladies, because unfortunately, even though we're like women supporting women, a lot of times it's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, it's almost like I support you until it happens to
Correct.
you, right? And now that it happens to you,
until you
it
fall.
leads it leads into like maybe jealousy, because there's another level to that. Like there's, and we're speaking about women now, but it's not just relates to them. There's people who'll be negative about stuff. And then they'll be the girl that'll take your man, will date your man as soon as you break up, or make sure you guys are done, and then she'll slide in there, and you're gonna be like, wait, what? I thought he was a piece of shit.
And she might have slid in his DMs before y'all ever broke up too.
So that's why
I have a great story. I had told my ex-boyfriend when we first got together and we finally put our relationship on Facebook, and I said, be prepared, because he didn't have, you guys know him. He would tell you himself. He just wasn't out there good looking guy. I'm not criticizing him. He's just not busy and doing other things.
Yeah.
I said, be prepared. You're going to have a ton of DMs from girls. And he's like, no. You guys know how he talks. And I was like, I know, right? And I was like, no, you will. Even probably from some friends of mine, like social friends of mine. He came to me sure as hell. And I said, because now you are taken, and they know me, and you're taken. And so now there's something they want, kind of going back to the tall guy. And it happened almost immediately within 24, 48 hours.
You become a scarcity. You're no longer on offer.
Well, would you say,
now they want you.
Would you say you validated him? Is that what it is? It's like he's been validated, so now the woman's like, the other women want him?
I think that comes down to a lot of things.
I mean, people like what they can't have.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's also who's dating them. Like, at that time, like into the DC social scene, yada, yada. So at that time, I mean, I'm old now, guys. But like, Jessica, see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I should. Women are dirty in one way and men are dirty in another way. I love women. I will... Gab, at least vouch for me here, because I don't want to seem like I'm the...
No, absolutely.
I'm a champion of all women. Yeah. And I ain't fucking your man. I am the girl that's actually... I'm like...
Never. She would never. She
would
never.
Fuck no.
And neither would I.
Yeah, I don't fuck... And when guys ask me out that are taken, or... I call them right out on it.
I'll fucking screenshot the DMs and send it to your mama and your girl. I'll call you
she'll
all
do
the
that.
way out.
I just want to say, I too wouldn't fuck your man, Jess.
And fucking post that shit on the window and be like,
she?
y'all know who you're working with,
No,
right?
she and I.
Do you mean
That's our dirty secret.
my invisible man?
You're invisible man.
I don't even care anymore. I used to give a fuck. Spicy Ron, Taken. Where is Liam Neeson? Liam Neeson is in the arms of Pamela Anderson.
Yes.
Which I am so championing.
I
this.
saw
know.
that.
We need to
So
see that
happy
movie.
for
I
them.
saw
I do see
that.
that movie.
And they made it official.
Yeah.
And he's after Natalie.
So cute.
I just want his ex-wife he's a widower.
He's whatever.
What was her
Yeah.
name? She in Parent Trap. I love her.
Which one?
Liam Neeson's
No,
wife
which
that
Parent
died
Trap?
on the
Natasha
she-
Richardson?
Natasha Richardson. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
That's so sad I didn't know.
He was so broken hearted.
Oh God! And to see they're so happy,
They
and
are
she
so
deserves
happy.
it.
He's got
He
two
deserves
He
comfortable-
deserves it.
You know.
Yeah, I saw
Oh.
little glimpse of the interview, and they were the way they talked about it.
I also think, on the flip side of this, guys, that, and Laura, I'll read your comment in just a second, that there are many taken women, and especially if there are attractive women around, that desperately want to get you hooked up no matter who it's with so they feel more secure if you're around. I've seen this so many times. In fact, I've been a victim. But
Get rid of the alpha girl
I
so
think part
the
of
rest
the-
of us have a chance.
I think part of the motivation for that though is that when you're a couple, it's easier to hang out
not in
with
this,
other
not in these
couples.
cases. But yes, but I've seen like, oh, at least you'll have someone. Oh, that like, why would you just want? At least you'll have someone.
I don't know.
Shut
For-
the fuck up.
I'm always trying to hook my friends up with
That's-
somebody, and
Gabby,
it's
that's-
because I will just want them to have the same level of
not
joy.
This is you and Frankie. You take everything I'm saying as part of who you are. It's not. This is. I've seen women do this where they want to get other women in relationships because they're insecure, especially when you're out as groups together, because they think you're going to take their man. First of all, most of these men they think that you're going to take, I wouldn't even. I'd be like,
the 10-foot pole.
fucking gross.
Wait, I have a question. Do you guys like being the third wheel? Like
Doesn't bother
being
me.
friends?
Doesn't bother me.
I know me either. I actually love it. I love
don't
being
mind.
single and like my friends who are couples like inviting me to come along because then
Yeah.
it makes me feel like such a kid. Like
I make it-
because they're like together, but I'm around like running around like a kid, like having fun everywhere.
You're like a kid.
I think he's a
The
leash.
minute if Frankie knows I'm going, the amount of responsibility he acts goes down. He puts into his day goes to here because he knows no matter what, Bestie here is gonna sort it. Whatever. So at the
It's true
festival-
though, Jess. Like I trust Steve to get home. I
I
do.
know. I'm like, why are you trusting me? No, I do take. We're at the festival, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
Frankie was Frank the Tank, but I'm allowed to scold him, and I do it privately. I'm like, Frankie, you need to chill, motherfucker. I said it really quiet, right? This girl, he turns. He didn't do it intentional, and not even because he was drunk. It's just crowded. It's a fucking festival, and he bumps this girl, and she, and I turned to her. I was like, "You don't get to say that to him." It was so funny.
Get her ass in line. You tell
Oh
her.
yeah, I was like,
Absolutely.
girl, you're at a festival. You need to go to church or a library where it's not as crowded.
That
And an
was funny.
EDM festival at that, where people are fucked up.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
That was a good.
It was a good time.
Oh
was a great
God, it
time.
was a good time.
Everything
I'm
was a
so
glow.
happy I've gone all 4 years.
Everything was a glow. Anyway, any last thoughts on that, guy? Laura, my so-called best friend, ex-best friend now, was like that. She was always hitting on guys I brought around. That's insecurity. Got to the
Yeah.
point where I stopped introducing them. That's insecurity, Laura. I mean, I've had that done to me too, and sometimes I am a very I like will talk to people and I'll be like, hey, Jess, back up. You don't know these people. Laura brought, like, I have to be self-aware because I don't mean any harm. But there are girls who literally will do that to their best friend.
Mean
Yeah,
girl.
I don't think it's insecurity. I think that's just straight up disrespect. I think they
It's-
see you as a
a
threat,
threat.
and yeah, as a
Yeah.
threat. Well, yeah. So as a threat, they're jealousy, like whatever negative connotation you want to put on it. But I've seen that, and I've seen guys also because I've brought girls with me, and I've had guy friends and they have girlfriends too, and they're like hitting on the girl I brought, and I'm like, really, what the fuck?
I expect that more from men.
Why?
I expect it from women too, though, at some point. I want to say this. I love women. They're the most, not like that, but they're the most magical people, and I champion them, and I want them to do well. What I don't love is mean girling and just being terrible. I had a friend confront someone like secretly talked to a guy that she was just dating and it was going well, and like prying while she was away, and then telling like it's just like terrible. And ladies listening out there, no matter what age you are, hold yourself in good character. Let me tell you something. People will leave you, but your good girlfriends, the ones you develop, are so essential to your life. And I don't even get along with many girls in a tight. I get along with everybody.
The women in your life will unequivocally take better care of you than any man, than all the men you've ever dated put together.
I think they can be equally as such. They're for very different ways. I need my girlfriends for a very different reason. But when shit goes down is what I'm saying. When shit goes down, or a man leaves you, or your children are struggling, like when Nico's had struggles, my friends, like I call them, I'm like, he's doing this at college, I'm gonna kill him. Or you call me about parenting. We do that off each other when, you know, your parents are going through something or they're sick.
Not that off each other, Gabby. Not that.
You saw my eyes.
Oh, it's always so.
But women, good women in your life, and we've got to stop. Every woman is unique and amazing, and you each have something to bring to the world. Focus on that. The minute you love yourself, it must be miserable to live that insecure. That's what I always think, right? Because I've been there. I've been insecure. I remember how miserable I was. I didn't have this behavior, but I was insecure. And I look at women that are like this, and I'm like, love yourself. The minute you do, God, first of all, you won't look as old. And secondly, you'll just relax, and life is so much better in that mindset.
No, I mean, I've been in
Saves you a lot of
situations.
problems.
I think you also can tell the kind of friends like that you have, depending on the advice they give you. Because I've been in situations where, you know, I'll share something, and then instead of listening to me, they'll like attack me, and I'm secure. You know, I'm pretty confident in myself, so I'll be like,
6 foot, bro.
Yeah, so I'll be like, I'll take a step back and be like, whoa, what are you even talking about?
I attack
Like, what are
you
you talking
every day.
about? You know, are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Not right now, because DJ just wrote, Jess is one of my favorite people in the world. Truly amazing woman. I'm thankful for her. Equally, DJ, when I was going through it back when Nico was like 8, and he would show up at even in Maryland. He'd come to games of Nico's. We've always checked in on each other over the years. He went. I don't know if I should say this. When you went away, and what did I make you do, DJ, for your vacation? Prepped for his vacation. I'll let him say it on the screen. I don't like telling people's private business. If he remembers, he did CrossFit with me, so he's a very, very good friend, and I'm thankful for you too as well.
Must be great for him to
made
get
him pack
CrossFit.
1,000 condoms.
DJ's awesome, huh? No. It had nothing to do with that. I made him. I yelled at him. I scolded him like I do all my male friends. I'm like, you can't go here without learning this. So he'll tell you if he wants
Learn a
to.
language.
Hold on, he said, hook me up with your friend on your right.
Which right?
Not me.
No, but who's he talking to?
He's talking to me.
Yeah, but you're on your right.
Well, yeah,
the camera
for him,
flipped.
I know.
They're looking.
I'll introduce you, DJ. That's my brother. I got you.
They're looking at the TV.
I know, but he said
JD.
on your right.
Yeah, but from the TV,
Yeah, I know.
right? I don't know. Who fucking knows?
Sorry, DJ, I'm taken.
Okay, what I wanted to talk about, because it can't be all about Frankie, and of course it is
God
always all
forbid.
about Frankie. Make sure that I know nothing's about me in our group chat with Julio. It's not all about you, Jessica.
You nickel and diamond bitch.
You Nicholas bitch. Still one of the best stories ever. Oh, fucking asshole. Okay, so I have been watching a lot of things go on in social media, and I said it here 6 months ago before I left for Europe. And yes, I broke a nail. Don't look at it.
Oh, I wasn't
And
looking.
then I said it.
She was looking at something else.
Wait, DJ.
I was trying to look through your shirt.
I see a side boob.
Yeah, I was trying to look through your shirt. Listen, not to distract from your new point, but when people bring other people around me, I'm not likely to hit on your man. I'm likely to hit on the girl.
True. I love
Hide your
Kathy.
girl, hide your wife.
Oh, now see, she's triggering me. I had a horrible experience like that with one of my female friends.
So what did I
I'll
say
tell you
about
after.
Yeah, tell me after.
6 months ago? If you can remember, I said I think people are getting to be exhausted with all the fuckboy shit and all the overanalyzing on dating and all the bullshit. And I think slowly but surely you're going to see a wave turn on that. And I am seeing it because I'm on socials all the time. And I see it on the male side and I see it on the female side. And I'm like, I just don't want to come out. I think every guy, look, I think it's almost wise for every guy in their 20s to go through. Moms, I have a son too. I get it. He's in a relationship, so I'm very happy. But I say they go through this phase, right? It's a phase. It's standard. At some time, guys, we got to come out of the fuckboy phase because fuckboys fade and it becomes unattractive. And it comes with a lot of bad behaviors that are hurtful to each other and equal for women. But I just want to address, it's called the art of being male. And I think men have lost the art of being male. I didn't name that. I had chat name that because I thought it was a good thing. So it my thing was fuckboys fade, nice men try, but often don't succeed, and they shouldn't be so nice. And I'll explain that. And then intentional men win the woman. You want to say something on that real quick, and then I'll go into what I want to say.
Nice guys as a category, like the guys who will categorize themselves as a nice guy, are almost never actually nice.
I'm actually a nice guy.
Yeah. Like if that has come out of your mouth, outside of a very few and specific contexts, you probably aren't perceived as such by the women in your life. Like you probably are unwittingly rude, crass, callous, and just cringe and just like
the opposite of nice.
Yeah, the opposite of nice.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Actually very
Hold
nice.
on. My context that I'm putting in this in is, and we'll go through kind of what a fuckboy is in my opinion. But nice guys are passive and performative.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't need a passive and performative guy. First of all, I'll walk all over you. And secondly, if you're performative and passive, I'll think you have no opinions. You're unintelligent. And I don't mean book smart guys. Somebody said, well, I'm not smart. I don't mean that. We can carry on great conversations and if you just say, okay. I don't want okay. I want you to... I don't need a people pleaser.
You need a pushover or someone who doesn't.
I need to feel again like a woman and a guy that is that's not saying don't be kind. And it goes back to everybody.
Nice and kind are different.
Yeah.
I want to be kind. I'm not nice, and I will be the first to say that I'm kind.
And I've fallen in that category of a nice guy, and I see why.
I've been a nice
and I
girl.
see why it isn't attractive, and I admit it. It's fine because I purposely have been in that situation where it's like you're nice and you do that, but there's literally no motivation. Like you don't take the lead in a lot of stuff. You become just like complacent, and women hate that. That's one of the
Complacency
biggest
is awful.
aches of a woman.
There's a
If
fine
you're
line.
a guy, it doesn't matter how funny, how much money you have or this or that, but when you're just
On autopilot.
it's
Hold on.
Starfishing.
Can we pause? So it was learning to swim. You are correct, DJ. I made him go learn to swim. I think you went to Puerto Rico, and the riptide took you way out. And he said,
That's dangerous.
Is that what she said? Go swimming, swim in that riptide.
we were
No,
doing
she said
CrossFit.
learn
He
how to
went
do
and
it
learned how to
first.
swim before he went. It was so important.
That's
so
good.
important.
And then he said, "Don't be a nice guy, be a good man." And we'll get to that. I think we have an epidemic with men going on, and I obviously in your 20s, I get it. I'm not, dude. Come on, but I date younger, right, and even older men. The things they are willing to say to me and do. But 35, I mean, get it a little bit together. Are you paying attention, Frankie?
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? No, I'm kidding.
Good.
But
Yeah,
I think,
asshole.
and this comes from a lot of different things, society, digital, but look, we're a digital society, a social media driven society. Everybody likes to say we're not. I'm like, you guys are all on fucking Facebook, Instagram, Lemonade, or TikTok, or YouTube,
Wait, what was that one
or
you said?
Blue Sky.
Lemonade?
Lemonade 8. I'm on Lemonade. Are you not on Lemonade?
I've never heard of it until now, but I'm about to check
I have
it
no
out.
idea what the
It
fuck that
connects
is.
to your TikTok automatically.
I'm on MySpace.
I heard MySpace was having a resurgence.
I love MySpace.
I love
It's a nostalgia
MySpace.
thing.
It was fun. Anyway, and I think the come up was in a time where the country was being very robust up until '08. So they were able to, parents were out making money, doing things, everything was good, handing a bunch of stuff. It was the general way of society. I mean, And I do think that we raise an epidemic of validation seeking, and this can go for both genders, but we're going to just male bash here. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck the patriarchy.
Avoidant of
Oh,
response.
seriously, listening to her energy.
I think a
What are you
lot of
concerned? I'm the only, like the main guy here.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm like really focused. She's like,
I just think a lot of men are emotionally disconnected.
Yep.
They really feel the need to be validated. I think this comes from ego. I think it's very easy to be a fuckboy. And this is going to lead us into situationships, and we'll end with sex because it's my favorite.
Mine too.
There's no emotional, there's no accountability, right?
like a date.
It doesn't matter. Like, it feels powerful, but it's actually powerless. It's normalized at this point. It's normalized. I think I really started to notice in 2012, 2013, and it got worse.
The Jersey Shore is to blame.
And if you got deep into it, and I'm not going to, this would be a whole episode like with girls and guys, a lot of unprocessed trauma, but don't we fucking all? And I think you have to take self accountability for that. Everybody's like, I have trauma. Me fucking too.
yeah, correct.
But you
Who
got to
doesn't?
be able to do the work. And I don't go to therapy every day. I want to, but
I wish.
But I think that
Which brings me to intervention. No. Your intervention, Jessica.
But I think just like with everything else we say, we all need to change that. But changing that is demanding more of ourselves. Like when I told you I went celibate, I said because I talked to no one really. I had to show up as the type of woman for eventually the type of guy I want to attract. I can't be wanting a certain thing in my mind. We're not talking about looks here, and then turn around and act like someone that doesn't what do you call that?
Match that
nasty
energy.
girl.
Vibe on that level.
I was thinking of a different word. Vibe on that level. I think we need to redefine strength, what strength means. Fucking a bunch of women isn't strength. And trust me, guys, women don't take you as serious as you think, especially as they get older and they are more self-aware. They're laughing at you. And trust me, girl talk is way more ratchet than probably locker room boy talk, which doesn't make it right or wrong. Just saying what it is. Model the standard. Women also have to be exactly what I said, honest, forthcoming, communicative. They have to reflect what they're asking for. Brotherhood and mentorship, being on the masculine mentality when I guested, those guys were so together and supporting each other of showing up as the best men they could, but also having their boundaries. Like, it's so important, and that's where nice guys lose. Nice guys think they lose, oh, I'm nice, and why. And I don't feel sorry for them because it often happens they get walked over in friendships and this and that. Well, you have to set boundaries. If I say yes to things when I mean no and resentment's created or whatever, and women don't want to hear just yes, yes, yes. I mean, yes, some women do. Some women really need a peacock and they need a yes, ma'am guy. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But high level speaking, that's not what women want. We do want to be challenged. We have stuff in our face all the time. I think I wish. Like, we can only hope.
I know Gabby's got stuff in her face right now.
Gabby's imagining in her head. And reframe masculinity. I think that's really important. I don't think we push you're masculine or this and that. It's so much pushed. I think really just teaching men how to show up as men, women how to show up as women. And I'm not talking about cooking, cleaning, blah 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 blah. I'm just saying, show up as the women are just a certain way by nature, and so are men.
Yeah.
Respond to that natural way of being on some level. I don't want to take that too far because
I mean, we're all individuals, right? We're not saying you can't be a nice man, but if you're the type of guy who wants to be a nice man, it's going to be difficult finding someone to fulfill your thing.
Yeah.
It's fine. You do you, right?
Yeah.
We're not saying don't do that. Because the reason I say that is because I've been in that phase.
Yeah.
Where
Me too.
Because I'm just like I love being nice, right?
Yeah.
It works really well in platonic friendships, right? But then what she also said, but there's also a point where you're so nice that you also have to tell your friends no, right?
God, I just
So,
spilled.
but
To
then
be nice to yourself.
correct. But then when it comes to like a romantic relationship, I've been in a situation where I don't mind if my girl decides what we do, like she takes the
That's not
lead.
me. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I learned that it gets to a point
It's a balance.
where you
boring.
have to like
Lead.
yeah, exactly.
You
A
have
little
to
bit,
lead.
because if you don't, that's something that I'm going through right now. It feels like rejection if, for me, it's me. If I'm the only one making suggestions, I'm the one reaching out first, I'm the one
Well, you don't
leading
feel
all
led.
the time.
You don't feel, and I think
And it's not even about wanting to lead or not wanting to lead. It's about feeling like you're just so complacent, and so you're just to the point where you're disinterested in me. And then it feels personal, and it makes me sad because it feels like rejection. Like, are you not interested? We have a whole weekend. Is there anything that you have any ideas, any suggestions that you want to do with me?
where do you wanna go to eat?
Can I comment on what you said?
Yeah.
It all does.
guys,
It all
reminded
does.
me of-
It all does come back. Okay, I want to say this. I get this all the time. We're not talking, women out there listening. I want to be clear. We're not talking about he's leading me and he makes all. That's not it. It's putting. It's
putting an effort.
Emotional effort.
Let me get my point out. It's putting women in a relaxed state. It's putting women to not always have to be at the forefront of doing fucking everything. And it doesn't mean women don't plan in this, but when they are the only ones, they're the dude showing up in their life. Trust me. Going back to the pay thing we talked about last week, has nothing to do with money. But the minute you ask me to split a bill, I'm out. We're not. I'll be generous. For those who haven't listened before you come at me, it's never what it's about. All that shows me is you're not the type of man I want.
Yeah.
You're not the man that's going to allow me for the first time ever, almost, to be a girl, to be relaxed, to be like, oh, I have this guy who is leading, per se. I can depend on him. Not about money. I can depend on him. And men will depend on women for different things, right? Also, women that overpower men walk away from them. I'm very careful not to do that because I don't want to do that, because men's natural instinct is to take care of and fix. So I have to remember to soften myself because I want to be that girl around that guy if he's worth it. Otherwise, I absolutely send him the most unhinged bullshit to make him go away.
And there are people out there for you, right? Because I
mean, I don't care. I honestly,
what I'm
say
saying,
this. I don't want to be alone, but I'm perfectly content now. I don't even look. I don't have time. I don't have time.
I didn't
Nobody
mean
gets
you
time for that.
specifically, Jess. I just meant in general.
Yeah, it's
because
all
I've
about
been in
me.
that. I've been in a situation where look, I don't know what I want now, or I can
Forward, what was the situation you
what I
were
would
in?
say is I was that nice man, right? And I didn't mind that my partner was like a strong woman. That it looked like she was the one that was in charge, and I was fine with all that. I was fine with it. But the issues that would come up would be because some of my guy friends would be like, "Oh, we know who wears the pants in the relationship." It didn't bother me. It bothered me zero because, look, when it came to most of the stuff, I didn't
John,
mind.
zoom in on Oshi.
I didn't mind my woman taking the lead, right? But then when it was serious stuff that I had to like man up and step up, I would do it. Right? When it was necessary, when it was stuff
for
that
a
it was
sec.
super important.
When the jar needed to be open, I was there.
He's passed out.
So cute.
One of them said, I want to be cozied up sleeping with that dog. It's a boy, but yes, he looks so comfy. He has a little diaper on.
Censorship.
So I want to, you can zoom back. It's all about me. Zoom in on me. I'm kidding. I think women are done high level, and I think men are too on the other side of this coin, right? And I think we should address the other side of this coin because it's not just men's fault. I just like blaming you guys first for something.
Of course.
Finally.
Because we can handle it.
I think women are done with the confusion, the ghosting, emotional ambiguity. I know I am. I just don't give a fuck. Like, ghost me, come back. Like, I'll just be like, hey, what's up? But I'm not taking you serious. I don't give a fuck. Or I just won't say anything at all because I'm done with you. I think
just
we're done
won't
with
respond.
it. I made a reel, like, I don't know if you guys saw this, the one that said, please do not text WYD. What are you doing? Like, fuck no. Put punctuation, at least try. Like,
Spell it out.
yeah, like open-ended questions, guys. Real fucking conversation. But I mean, the minute you text that or you want to link up, like, is the most. I'm like, are you a fucking idiot? Like, if I want to link up with you and I'm responding to that, it's because I actually just want to link up with you and bye. Like, I don't take that shit serious. Not that I'm doing that, guys. I mean, be nice, but whatever. No, I'm kidding. But I mean, that shit is so ratchet. I'm so over it. It's so immature. I don't care if I'm 50 or my 20-year-old self. I'm just like, what? Guys didn't do that. They asked you out in real life. They had no choice.
They would send letters at that point.
they snail mail. No, I'm kidding.
I still love snail mail.
And we definitely look. A girl who is responding to that behavior just needs to work on herself, get to age. And I realize some of this behavior from me comes with age, right? And self-awareness. But you also don't want a guy who is, kind of with you, and then all of a sudden, ghosting, and then 2 a.m., what do you do? Like, it's so lame. Guys, that's the thing. Men are so much better than that behavior. And I can see men who are in right here, and I can see, I say their higher self, I probably sound prophetic. I can see that person, that potential, and that's my problem. I fall for the
in love with the
person
potential.
that I think that, and now I'm very aware because I've done this to myself too many times and uplifted other men, and then I'm like, wait, you're not that man at all. I see where it is. I see those things in you, right? And so when I look at men and I see them doing these things to women or to me, it happens to me, guys. Believe me. And I'm like, you guys, you're so much better than this. Because just like women, eventually certain behaviors become really unattractive.
Yeah.
And guys that I really think a lot of, they're still my friends. I find it really unattractive and sad. And it's great they're getting punani nani and all that. Good for you. And not in any way jealous, because I'm like, get those girls. Hey, they're giving it to you. So... But at some point,
but do you think does it come with age? You know how you say immaturity, use words like immature, like grow up.
I think it's personal
stuff like
discipline.
That. So
I think it's a choice.
It's a choice.
So if you're like a teenager in your
Character.
20s, you understand it because you're learning, you're growing. But if you continue certain behavior like that, like a fuck boy,
I went through
into
my
your
whole
30s
phase.
and 35, and you continue with that, then it says that you're not growing as a person, though. It's like,
But I went through my hoe phase. I've owned that on this show many times. And I went through it in my 30s because I was so good in my 20s, like just well behaved. And then I was married and then blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And I went through that. But then I'm like, I don't like this girl. And this isn't the girl I want to be. That's not who I am. But I was reacting and sabotaging everything on purpose because inside I was hurting. I can tell you exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
And prior to that, I was the opposite. I was so mature, making money, working all the time, at the top of my career at 28. It was great. But it was distracting me from addressing many other issues. So therefore, self-accountability is fucking key. Guys are like, I can't help it. Yeah, you can. I see a lot of attractive guys, and they probably have a big dick, and I can help it every time. You don't just fall on a dick. Sometimes you do.
How's it she can help the dick?
But so we can get into situationships and then talk some sex real quick. A gentleman wins because he's not performative. He's being. Women aren't looking for perfect. We're looking for present. And I love that. Consistency is key. I talked about that last week. It's key. Real men don't play with hearts. They're not ready to hold. And women aren't choosing a player or a people pleaser ultimately. They're choosing a man who shows up with intention, communicates with clarity, and stands grounded in his truth because the chemistry fades. Ego fades, but intention, that stays. And when we talk about couples that have longevity, and we've all said it here, the recipe is the same every fucking time. They show up in their relationship for 10, 20, they're intentional, and the love is still there and thriving because love is a choice. And I think that ties in with situationships. I saw this whole show, and it was interesting, and it said, just because it was fleeting doesn't mean it wasn't meaningful. And that was impactful because I think the problem with situationships, well, what are you guys' opinion on situationships? And then we'll go in.
I'm demisexual. I've never been able to do it. Not on purpose. Not that it's never happened. I've had a situation.
Explain to people out there what demisexual means.
It means that in order to achieve
Same. I know.
arousal and
Emotional.
be fully attracted to somebody sexually, I need to have
Emotional.
an emotional connection.
Me too.
And not just a connection, but an admiration. And I'm also sapiosexual. So if I think that
You're
you're
a lot of
dumb at
sexual.
all, I'm a lot of sexual things.
I am too. I love me some sex with the right person.
But yeah, if I think you're dumb at all, I just can't. It's the biggest turn off. So Demi is emotional connection. Sapio
All right, but get
is
to your
mental.
point. So that's why you can't do.
Yeah, I can't do
But
situationships.
hold on. I think you're defining.
But can you define what you think
Yeah,
situationship
so I
is?
think you have probably done it. You don't. That's not.
No,
what
I'm
a
not saying I
situation-
never did it. I've
Not
done
a
it, but it
fuck
not
buddy.
wasn't voluntary.
Not a fuck buddy.
No, I've never had a fuck buddy.
I'm saying fuck buddy and situationships. DJ, I get what you're saying. Fuck situationships and high level. I think everybody in the world agrees. I think what I'm trying to get at is the pros and cons, right? There are pros and cons to them. So what about them that you're like fuck situationships? You can type it on. Go ahead, Frankie.
Well, I wanted to see what Gabby defines as a situationship.
I think from my perspective as a woman and as if I were judging myself a beautiful woman, it's like establishing a connection but not a commitment. And it's from my experience, typically the guy who isn't particularly interested in committing.
Let's be
And
fair. I think that's both.
I mean, I think a situation.
I think that there can definitely be mutual agreement on like
That's
both
a
the
fuck buddy.
woman and the male part, but
That's a
for
fuck
me,
buddy.
I've never pursued something casual intentionally. I've only pursued something.
Okay. What do you
So,
think
yeah.
about
So to me, a
I'm not
situationship.
trying to cut you. I just
No,
wanna
you're
get
good. You're
around
good.
it,
I
'cause
think a
wanna get to the
situationship
sex.
is
Me too.
everything that's in a relationship, but
We have a call.
the couples don't want to acknowledge that it's a relationship.
Oh.
Oh no, we don't. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying that a situationship to me is, is a relationship. Everything that's in a relationship, but the couples don't want to admit it. They want to label it. They want to pretend like it's not a relationship. So now you find yourself in a situation where
We don't have to
you're
rush.
doing stuff
That's
as a
fast.
boyfriend or as a girlfriend, but because you don't want to, limit yourself, or you don't want to feel yourself tied to, or you don't want that responsibility, you define it as a situationship. So now you're feeling all the emotions that come into a relationship. You want it to grow, but since you don't want to, the other person doesn't want to commit, they don't want to label it. Now, you're in this
Get to the end.
situation that's
I'm
like,
helping you. Popeye, I'm helping you.
I'm just saying it's a situation that's horrible because now nothing's defined.
It is horrible.
It's just like a
How
black
you
hole
live.
you're in
It's how
there.
you live, Frankie, in a black hole.
I see
Yeah.
that.
I was going to say
Blackout
black
hole.
hole, blackout hole, in a black hole, like a hot dog going down a hallway.
What do you think, Julio?
About the hot dog going down the hallway?
No, but situationship.
Hot dog going down the hallway.
Oh yeah, it's just a lot of immaturity on both parts. You allow yourself to be in a situation that is not ideal, and instead of growing or looking for growth, you just go around in a circle. Basically, you're just chasing your own tail.
Ring around the rosy.
Yeah.
DJ said, commit or move on. Be willing to grow in a relationship. I think you're right, but I think for most people in situationships worldwide, because it's a worldwide thing now.
Correct,
It's
yeah.
very, very standardized at this point. I think it's easier said than done, right?
Because you're getting something out of it that's still keeping you there, but inside you want more, right?
Yeah.
But you don't want to talk about it because you know the other person probably doesn't want to, and if you rather have a little bit than have nothing at all.
I think it's emotional security. It's emotional investment without security, right?
Yeah.
that's a good way to put it.
You act like you're together, but there's no clarifying, title or commitment at all, and it leads to so many things. I think it leads to anxiety, confusion, chaos. I'm not talking outward; it's inside.
Yeah, correct.
It's inside, man or woman. It doesn't matter. And it's very avoidant. And sometimes both people are avoidant. Sometimes it's one. Sometimes it's the other. It can also be very ego driven, and it's emotional whiplash. Right? You're fed when that person comes around. And I think I think situationships probably went on. We just had no label.
Yeah.
The problem is now everybody's like situationship. So then it gets fed, and then it becomes a thing now because of social media, and that's kind of sad because it really has hurt. relationships in society. I think you get that rush of dopamine and all of that when somebody does finally, and you're like, oh my God. And then you almost get addicted to the other cycle, and then the rush of dopamine again.
I mean, you're not holding yourself accountable.
Correct.
And you're not holding the other person accountable.
Yeah.
You're just letting everybody get away with murder.
Yeah.
I think where it becomes super, super sad is that it is two things. One, you have to recognize that you're addicted to toxic. And I don't mean toxic like at the extreme level, okay? This could be in any situation. Any relationship, it can be anywhere. You have to understand when you're addicted to toxic environments.
Yeah.
Dick.
And when I say that, people are like, what are you talking about? No, I'm not. And I'm like, but look where you keep ending up.
Yeah.
Because I'm guilty of it just as much, right?
Yeah.
In different parts of my life. When we understand how to function in an environment of chaos and anxiety and just complete disarray, we're able, the situationship, it makes more sense to us subconsciously. So we walk into it because we know how to navigate that. Something good, a good intentional man, even me, because I get a little bit anxious avoidant. I can be like nervous if a guy is doing intentional man, and I'm like, well, what do I do? What do I do? How do I? Well, oh my God, what? Like, this is good, right? And I'm so calm and peaceful. And then you question and you're like, what? This is a whole nother show. Calm and peaceful. And then you run away because toxicity and all that's way more normal. And it's a way more comfortable environment. But I think the hardest thing is the delayed heartbreak with situationships, because you can't outwardly say, we broke up. There was no label. Everyone would be like, what? The other person will be like, well, we didn't have a label. We didn't, like, blah, blah, blah. They'll make you think you're crazy.
Correct.
Almost.
Yeah.
I didn't know
exactly
we were together.
Exactly what I was thinking. What you
So you
just
don't
said.
get to mourn something outwardly the way you would another relationship.
Yeah, because if it never existed, how could you mourn
Because
it?
technically, and what are you supposed to go tell people?
Yeah.
So the way you function in that heartbreak is different, and I think it really can be damaging. Emotional confusion,
Sure, that might even be worse than actually losing a real relationship.
and I think emotional confusion, but I think the other thing is stunted growth. Going back to the top,
Yeah, big
But
time.
now you're not growing, but you have missed out for this man or woman, whoever, on so many good people because you're saving it all for them.
Yeah. That's called being a placeholder.
It's a placeholder.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I like
I'm
that.
sorry, I'm only 5'8". I was in a situationship.
I think, and then I'll let you guys take it, and then we'll get on to sex. There's no rush, though. Sex. I like the
There's
sex
no
talk,
rush.
so I leave it.
I'll take my time.
2 minutes.
I do think, though, if you can come
Sits
out of
across my
that
legs.
and understand and sit with that pain, and I think this applies to anything you come out of, sit with that pain, understand, and this is very hard to do, why you get in these environments or why you were in that. And I made notes here. Self-discovery, it helps you to force you to what do I want in a partner? What do I want? I know I want discipline, but you know what I need? Consistency. Like for me, I'm very defined. If those two things are missing, I can't play ball, right? I can negate some other things. So it forces you to kind of look at self-discovery. It does offer excitement without pressure. So if you can keep your feelings out of it, but I kind of go back to that's a fuck
Yeah, but
buddy.
that's the danger in it.
I
We
get
all
it.
tend to think we can do that
then we
until we
can't.
Yes.
fall in that hole.
Couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I already know I can't. I don't even try.
It is healing space sometimes for ourselves. So what do you guys think? And I have a few closing things. I think they're rough, guys. I think we got to set boundaries for ourselves. If you're getting into it and you're not clear, me included, on how you feel and your intentions and what you want out of that, clearing your own head.
Yeah.
And then clear with them. If you don't want to be clear, then go. That's okay. But no, there's consequence for that.
I just think
There's
I just think,
emotional consequence for it.
I just think we want all the good stuff that comes with a relationship, right?
the hard
The
stuff.
sex, intimacy, holding hands, whatever it is that you enjoy, but without having to communicate, without having
Having
to
to
have the
commit.
responsibility of being the boyfriend or being the girlfriend.
I would
Maintain
agree.
We want our
connection.
we want that our cake and eat it too, but we don't. That's what it is. So then we get enough of what we want without having to give a lot of what we don't want to. And then you're stuck there, because you get fed enough. It's like eating, right? Like I'm hungry, I'm starving. Here's a little snack, the food will be ready. So you eat a little bit.
True.
You're like, okay, I'm waiting for dinner.
That's called
You eat a little bit.
breadcrumbing.
Exactly.
That's breadcrumbing. Yeah.
Right.
And that's what it is. And that's what happens in a situationship.
Yeah.
And then until somebody or something better comes along,
Well, I think it's FOMO.
and you leave it,
Yeah.
right? And then all of a sudden it's like the other person still wanted that.
You know
Now
what,
you
I-
have nothing.
What if they don't
and
give
the
me
other person
snacks?
tells you, like, but we weren't really anything. So now you're left wondering what happened. Was this even real? Which leads to like that comment that lady made, right? The girl made. She says, just because it was, what was it, not lasting or
Just because it was fleeting
Yeah,
doesn't mean it wasn't meaningful.
exactly.
And it is. And I think if you have somebody who has a friend that's been in a situationship, your first thing shouldn't have been like, well, you didn't define it. You should have known better. Fuck you. You're not my friend anymore. That's A. I'd be like, fuck off. That's really hard. I mean, it's just as hard and maybe a little harder. I think what you're talking, the FOMO, fear of missing out, often comes on the male side. It's constant, but I'm not blaming men because I see it come on the female side as well, and I see my own issues of avoidance with myself, right? Sometimes, so. But I do think there's this constant fear of what if someone else, and so it's leaving the door open, and the ability to prey on the vulnerability of a person, especially women. I did hear this piece of advice. When you're talking to a man, especially, I heard this today from a guy, don't tell him like, I want a relationship and blah, 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 when you first meet him, right? Play that card. I wouldn't anyway, but a lot of women do, especially younger women. And I feel for them because it's tougher for them because we're at an age and a level, I think, that we're okay because we are self-aware and we know how to set boundaries. Yeah. But don't tell him that because the minute you tell him that, he knows, oh, you want a relationship. And I'm going to make you think that I do too. And I'm going to lead you along because you're wide open and vulnerable. And let me tell you, it never ceases to shock me the way humans, but male, will take advantage of the vulnerabilities they know about a woman and use that against them. It'll never cease to amaze me.
I mean, that's predatory behavior. Shame on those people. You know what I'm saying? Because it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
And
Bad character.
I think it leads to also how we raise our kids, how we raise our children, because we have to raise our sons to
Agreed.
be, gentlemen, and we need to raise our women, not, to not be so
lady.
vulnerable, right? So, so it that's where it starts, because, there's times where it could be innocent. It could be not on purpose.
I've had what I guess would be defined as a situationship before and way back when I was young because I wasn't,
Yeah.
then and I was like, all right, cool. I think things were different then and how it was
but what I'm
viewed and
saying is
how tied up you got. I mean,
It doesn't
call it
always have to be
one-night
like
stand.
it doesn't always have to be like the person being malicious and has a bad purpose and predatorial, right? Sometimes it could just be like two people who are naive, who don't have much experience in life, and they find themselves in that situation.
True.
But then that's the first time. But then if as you grow, you could weaponize a lot of stuff. So you could learn to
This worked last time.
adjust,
It's
or
gonna work again
exactly,
with this
or
one.
you learn
Yeah.
to weaponize something. So
Her
it could
friend's
go either
hotter.
way, right?
So Laura, go to the YouTube chat. I'd rather have nothing than a half-assed situation. I agree, but I think that's easier said than done for people. And I'll just quickly go on and we'll end with sex. And then because of trash ass Jada Pinkett, oh God, oh whatever. You know what? There's a story, and then there's a truth. They also were at many clubs my friends were at, not having the best sharing. So. Way back, I've heard that's allegedly.
Allegedly.
I think fear of being alone. People get involved in situationships, hoping it evolves into more. I think hope is a great thing, but it also, you've got to know when you can't.
Let it go.
Love yourself on hope. They're not loving you on hope.
Right.
I think what it comes back to once again, guys, we got to be able to set boundaries. So if you've been in one and now you've got to love yourself enough more than the pull to go back, more than the pull to reach out, more than the pull that, you know, you got to love yourself more and set clear boundaries. That doesn't mean you set clear boundaries and maybe that works out because they honor them. Because when you respect yourself, that changes people. But it's so hard when we say we love ourselves, but do we? And you will be shocked at when you realize you love yourself. And I would only say I've realized it this year because I stand on business. And even more so since Europe, I stand on business. Like I am like, no, I love me. Yeah. And so if it hurts me, why would I hurt me? That took a long, long way to get here and a brave, brave girl to try. That's it. That's
because those 6 feet are kind of distracting.
I mean, don't take me wrong.
The things that we tend to miss,
men.
we tend to think that because we have boundaries or you know have love for ourselves that it comes easy. Oh, this is my boundary. I'm going to enforce it easy. No, it's not easy, right? Because we're complicated humans, right? Our emotions affect stuff. You know, our past, whatever morals and stuff, our wants and needs. So, what do we want to choose? Do I rather, you know, be alone and suffering because I can't seem to find a partner for the moment?
First of all, you should.
Or do I want to, you know,
own that suffering?
Right. I was
I
going
mean,
do you want to be with somebody else and
marry
suffer?
those two concepts.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You have to be honest. There's times where you feel super lonely, and
made
you
that
might even
reel.
you might be crying in
That
your
was
bed.
my most popular
right?
reel ever was the one I made this
Yeah.
week about being single. I mean, single is. Some days it's super lonely.
Yeah.
Some days I'm like, fuck yes. I answer to 0, like football season coming. It's cuffing season. We'll do that next week.
Oh my God.
And some days I think all days it's kind of most days in between.
Yeah.
I mean, there's moments I'm like, God, I wish I could share this with somebody.
But some people aren't willing to go through that, right? They rather be with lower their standards or be with with someone instead of like being by
All right,
yourself.
we got it. So, you know, boundaries, standards, and I went and with it ended without a title, but the feelings were real, and it's hard to let go of a maybe. It's really hard, and
It's hard
as
to let
people,
go.
Emotional scars, right? Like emotional wounds.
it's hurtful.
Those are hard to heal.
All right. I like sex. We all know that, but I'm not having any at the time. We know Gabby likes sex, and I always like to end on a positive. I thought the topics were great tonight. I hope you do too. And when Charlize Theron went on Call Her Daddy,
so beautiful.
I fucking love her, and this was the best interview I've ever heard. She is involved into herself. Like her, if I could meet her and Chelsea Handler and go out for a night, like we would have the best conversations.
Handler.
Because, and I say that because we think on the same levels in terms of just self-awareness, self-love, and then Charlize saying, well, yeah, I just fucked a 24-year-old. It was amazing.
Can I ask how old Charlize Theron is?
Can you look up how old Charlize Theron is, please?
She might be
48 or 50.
Yeah, somewhere up there.
I think she's my age.
She might be a little bit older than us, Jess.
She's
She might
younger
be-
than me.
Oh, okay. She's younger.
Did you
than
look
me.
it up?
I'll look it up. I
Okay.
can't hear you. Hold on.
I know.
Because I remember
Is it
her from
Theron?
Mighty Joe. Mighty Joe Young was
Charlize
her.
Theron?
So
Theron.
trending
Theron?
right now.
She's 50? Am I
She's
looking at
my
the right
age.
person?
She's my Charlize Theron, the blonde.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
wow.
a million movies.
Don't look like it.
So
you.
because of that,
Yeah,
it
she's
is trending on Google rankings since that it has gone fired as the #1 trend. Wait, desire doesn't retire, and neither do we.
Desire doesn't retire.
Women are openly embracing their sexuality at every stage of life, dating and having sex with younger partners. Well, we all know that in high level or most levels, I date younger, always have, mostly. And I was right on board with this fucking trend.
Hell yeah.
Gabby, do you date age younger? What do you do?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You have to be at least my age to date me, if not 5 to 10 years above.
What I find is, so I found this interesting. I had actually had a conversation with a friend last week, and it was shocking to me because he mentioned this, but I'm always saying this to you two. The 35 to 45-year-old guys are still stuck in, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So-
what is wrong? You're literally ghosting, splitting bills, like acting like ratchet animals. And maybe they were tied up in marriages.
35 to 45, really?
Hold on. The ones I've experienced, and not all.
Obviously, yeah.
A lot.
I'm saying, but like when they ask me out, like the way they're talking, or you saw it when I did do the dating apps, and I'm mostly referring to that. The shit that they would say, I'm like, remember the one scared me? I was afraid he was gonna kill me, and he was like saying horrible things in less than 24 hours. I'm like, you're a CFO. See what happens when I try. That guy was a little bit older than me. I wanted to call his work and be like, who the fuck do you have working here?
The right person. He's all business.
But yeah, so he said to me, he was like, dude, the 20-year-olds, when you listen to 20-year-old guys talk, I'm like, I say this all the time. That 25 to 29-year-old guy range that asked me out, some are younger, I'm like, whoa, no, son is 22, cannot. They have a fucking plan, like, and I'll pay for it. Yeah. And they have, like, they're asking me questions about myself. Remember that guy at Clarendon? Yeah. What was that, a year and a half ago?
Yeah.
He's 26. He stops me, and I'm laughing because I'm like, I can't do this. And he had a plan, and he was asking me real quiet. Like, I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And this happens over and over again to me. So, like I've said, Gen Z is bringing back either they're completely unhinged sometimes,
Gen Z is bringing it
or
back.
that boomer.
I'm
Gen X
bringing
type.
Zexy back.
My issue is that I
But
want
with
to
a
be
flair.
married.
Oh, you
I wanna
do?
Yes,
Oh.
I want to be married, and I can't have kids. And
Yeah,
so
that's hard for me with dating younger too. Yeah.
I want to be married. I would like to be married in the next 5 years, before I'm 40. And yeah, I can't.
But what's
have
the rush
kids.
if you don't want to have kids? Why does the age matter if you're not trying to have kids?
She can't date younger a lot of times because for me that's the same challenge.
Well,
These
a lot of the
still want
guys,
kids.
a lot of the guys want
I'm not
kids.
having any more
A lot
kids.
of the
That's
guys
rough.
want kids.
They might say no at
And then
first, and then they want. Yeah.
Yeah, and the guys that are they're the guys that are younger. Their personalities might be a little bit more amenable to like an actual intentional relationship, but their intentions differ from mine, and I can't give them the things that they're seeking. I don't have a womb. Like, I can't give you kids no matter
Well,
what.
mine's old as fuck, so
like,
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but regardless,
one's
like,
empty, the other one's dusty.
one's gone. Mine's gone.
Hers is
It's
gone.
out of
It's
here.
empty.
But like,
Hot
yeah,
dog
and
down
then
the hallway.
it's also
Get it.
just, I don't know. I'm just not really attracted to younger guys. I don't like that energy. Yeah.
Sometimes they're too immature, and I'm with you. So my dating pool goes even more down. First of all, I'm not disqualifying older men.
60-year-old.
I have 6 feet.
That's a bit of a stretch.
If they can get on my energy and I'm sexually attracted to them and we have chemistry and they're meet where I need to be with emotional intelligence and all those things, and believe me, the bar's low sometimes. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. Then
the bar is in hell. Say it with your whole chest. The bar is in hell, girl. It's so low.
I'm not disqualifying older men, but
6 feet
mostly.
Yeah, 6 feet under the ground.
What I'm attracted to, and it becomes the energy, right?
Yeah.
I pick up on energy.
Yep.
And I am I think I've become a wise woman throughout my years and learned lessons from everything along the way and had a lot of amazing, crazy, wild experiences to gain all this bullshit. Right. But
I don't know. To me, you know how people
also-
say age is just
on.
nothing but a number.
I'm
Age ain't nothing but
I'm
a
also very
number.
childlike. So I'm in wonder, like when we're dancing and I'm like, I'm back. I'll out dance and out party every
Yes.
kid there without
Yes, I
drinking.
will.
Or when we're getting you a jersey in the kids section.
But I love that it's open this wild. Call her daddy. It was great that it came from Charlize. She got criticism, of course. In society, we still have the double standard where
Fuck the
we shame
haters.
women, and we praise men.
Good for you, Charlize.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio, I also praise him. Good for you. Date who the fuck you want.
Like,
people get on my nerves with this. He's too young for you. She's too. I don't care. If you're fucking happy and you're not hurting anybody, date who you want. And everybody should keep their fucking opinions out of it because half of them, statistically, are in miserable fucking relationships.
Yeah.
So stop dogging on other people.
Look at Tom Cruise.
Especially women who want to keep their girlfriends single like them.
Look at Tom Cruise. How old is Tom Cruise? Like 61?
I don't know, bro.
Oh yeah, he's dating a new
And
the
Ana
new
de
lady.
Armas?
Yeah, Ana de Armas.
Yeah, 26. Right?
Yeah, so I mean,
29,
I don't know.
something.
I'm at the point where I don't look at age. You know what I'm saying? I just whatever it is, they're old as they are. If my energy matches and we can hang out, we'll see where it goes.
But and I think too,
If you
I
can
think
keep up.
Charlize saying it was better than somebody else because everybody kind of had always admired. She stayed in the shadows. She's raising kids, and she's just like, and it's opened the door for women to say, I don't owe society an age appropriate love story.
Yeah.
I don't either. I'm just saying I'm able to think like that, but I watch women, especially on TikTok, where the guy and the girls make the TikToks together, older, younger. Now I've seen it not work out, but I've seen it not work out the other ways because you follow their life on TikTok. So
Right.
you go from, oh my God, they're in love, boom, divorced. But others succeed, but I see the shit they take, and I'm like, guys, I've watched if you're not working on your relationship and unintentional, it's not going to work out no matter what. So, I think we don't owe society anything. Life is once. Like I say, live out loud, be happy. Do not, as long as you are in good character and a kind person, not a nice person, and do whatever the fuck you want. Who
Do who
cares?
you want.
Don't live, not in just this conversation, but in societal standards. Like, society feeds you a bunch of bullshit that you don't wear a crop top after this. People ask me that all the time. When are you going to stop? I'm like, never. Never. Why? I hope I'm.
I hope never.
Hold on. Let me listen. Oh, the crop top didn't say I was too old. You fucking did. And like I watch people live these not miserable lives, but then when I talk to them, I'm like, well, I feel like I can't do that. Why? Whether you sit in a library or you go like us to a festival and dance like wild animals, why? I don't understand. And I think a lot of this came to fruition too for me, going back to Europe for so long as an adult and being able to see, yes, it goes on over there, but they're partying and having fun at there's every age, and there's no criticism of that. And I don't mean just partying, doing things at every age. And the things that we get criticized for here, they're just like, why? It's fun. Live.
And I think, I guess it gets lost in translation because when we were younger, right, we saw our parents like, oh, they're old, you shouldn't do this. But now that we're that age, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm as old as my parents were at this age.
Well, we're not. And I
The
don't think we
Overton
are.
window kind of shifts.
And we'll wrap this up. If you look at my grandma at 50, and Jeff pointed that out the one time we did the you capped at 40.
Yeah.
We should bring that back. That was fun. He said, if you look at J-Lo, who's 50 something, now me, and I know I don't look my age, I also paid for it. Hi, OG Dad. They don't look, my grandma didn't look like that. We've got better,
But it's not just about looking, it's about
Surgery's got
See, but
better.
you're talking about looking.
Skincare.
We're talking about feeling, though. It's not about looking, it's about feeling.
Yeah.
But society,
Because I feel pretty good. Then I look in the mirror and I'm like, okay, I don't feel like I look.
well, you have to remember though, society started amping up in the 50s, and then the 60s, and the 70s, and in the 80s, everyone's fucking partying and having a good time.
Yeah, because back in the day it was all about work.
All the
So I
drugs.
think,
Yeah.
well,
All the drugs.
I guess.
Yeah, yes.
But I'm just saying, like, I think if you watch, and then medical care, skincare, like she's saying,
that
you know,
helps, too.
Botox, it became more accessible. We got our boobs done. We get this, we get that.
Fashion
So-
and makeup trends.
And you're not so focused
Yeah.
on just surviving and working like back in like in a day.
But I do think all those things matter, and
Yeah,
a
big
youthful, and we're also, remember, we're connected, and that's why I always tell people, don't put Gen Z and the next one and the millennials. I'm Gen X, so down. Listen to them. They're not always going to be right. Feed off that energy, those new ideas. I mean, I have friends from, 20s to your daughter, 22, all the way up to. I think Sue's my oldest friend. She's like almost 80.
I was hitting on mom holiday party. She's like, what?
Hi, OG Dad, and I
25
love you
years
too,
older.
DJ. Thank you. And Gabby, you want to read that? Yeah.
First date soon. Maybe. Should.
So, in closing, Frankie and I will be at CJ Finn's on Friday to watch our Commanders.
Let's go, baby. Football season.
I had so much fun today. These were good discussions. I wanted to do complete discussions, but next time I'm going to do a lot of sex and a lot of crazy quizzes and games because I like to be unhinged.
Yes.
She'll be a nasty
And
girl,
in the meantime, what was I going to say? I'm excited for all your teams. Not really. The Commanders are the best team. And we will be back in 2 weeks. But remember what I always say, guys. Life is too short for shitty relationships and bad sex. And if it's not giving you, income,
An orgasm.
inspiration, or an orgasm, why are we fucking with it? Tune in 2 weeks. Take good care, guys. Later.
Later.
We're still on, yep.